Good afternoon. I'd first like to clarify some information that was reported in the media yesterday regarding the examination initiative at the Rumpke landfill in Cincinnati. Examination efforts there have concluded without finding anything of value to our investigation. While Rumpke has agreed to preserve this area that BCI&I's investigators worked, it would take new information to us to warrant a further examination of that site. As you know, shortly before noon today, Samuel Littleton II was apprehended by the West Virginia State Police, U.S. Marshals, and local authorities in Princeton, West Virginia. He was apprehended following an intensive ground search with aviation support, spotted by officers near a cave in a wooded area behind a Walmart store in Princeton. Littleton refused orders to surrender and was taken into custody after a short foot chase, aided by canine units. He was treated for injuries received resisting arrest in a nearby medical facility. Littleton is now at a state police facility near Princeton, being interviewed by Bellefontaine and Logan County investigators. We remain committed to bringing Dick and Gladys Russell home. Much work remains to be done over a large geographic area. The success that we've had to date in locating Littleton is a result of a concerted, cooperative effort by law enforcement agencies nationwide. We appreciate their efforts on our behalf. Local efforts include work by employees of some of the agencies you see represented here by myself, Logan County Sheriff Andy Smith, the Ohio State Highway Patrol Post Commander Rick Zwayer, the Columbus office of the FBI, Special Agent Harry Trombitis, and the U.S. Marshal for the Southern District of Ohio, Kathy Jones. The Ohio Attorney General's Office, BCI&I, and investigators from Union County Sheriff Rocky Nelson have been extensively engaged as well. The efforts, dedication, and initiative of our employees at all levels has been exemplary. In Bellefontaine alone, 25-plus people working out of the sheriff's office have been prosecuting this investigation tirelessly since late last week, when the leadership team concurred to make bringing Dick and Gladys Russell home the priority. We remain committed to that conclusion. Local city and county investigators, along with Ohio BCI&I, have been in Princeton since early this morning to examine the Russell vehicle and assist as needed. The preliminary exterior examination was inconclusive. However, we have serious concerns that the Russells have survived. There appeared to be blood residue in the passenger compartment and the trunk of the vehicle. The vehicle is being returned to BCI&I headquarters in London for a detailed forensic examination. I can take a few questions and remind you that I will decline to answer questions relating to investigative techniques or strategies. Interviews with Samuel Littleton in Princeton are ongoing, and I have no information as to their result at this time.
I know that the search plan for Saturday. Is there a reason to think that they may still be in this area?
I'm not familiar with the search you're referring to. It is not a function of the investigators we have on the ground in West Virginia. Next.
Why do you think that the Russells are still alive?
I didn't say that I thought the Russells were still alive. What I said was that we have serious concerns that they have survived this ordeal. We don't have any specific information one way or the other at this time.
Have you been getting any text from the government?
We have, and we're very appreciative of those. They have ramped up with the addition of the nationwide tip line we announced yesterday, the day before, I believe. Tips from the public tend to ebb and flow. That's to be expected. But we've had great cooperation from both the public and law enforcement nationwide in conducting this investigation.
What do you extent of local injuries
Chuck, I'm not aware of what the extent was. We saw the tape that a number of different media outlets ran, and that's really the extent that I'm aware of any injuries he might have.
You felt about his medical conditions, whether the outside and the elements, was he suffering anything from that, in addition to what happened in the
It's early. Our people are still on the ground working this. I don't have that information. Don't know that I will, particularly anytime soon. Our focus remains bringing Dick and Gladys Russell home. That's the task of our investigators, first and foremost.
Can you talk a little bit more about what was found in the car?
Not at this time. The investigators did the cursory examination. They determined that it required more detailed forensic investigation to protect what was there and to protect the integrity of that piece of the investigation. That's why they've chosen to remove the vehicle back to the lab where they can work it from there.
So blood was found in the car?
Yes, ma'am.
You know how long-
Joel?
Have you heard any word on extradition? Is that they put anything about that down in West Virginia? Did you have to go through that process, or did you run back to the file?
We've not gotten to that point. We have been in consultation with our legal advisors, as well as some federal legal advisors. Those decisions will be made later on.
Chief, you said much work still needs to be done, searching an area where will you be searching?
Much work remains to be done in our investigation to prepare both the Tiffany Brown homicide prosecution and anything else that results of this that Littleton may have been involved in.
This large-scale area that you have referred to, is that a specific area, or is that?
No, it's the geography that we've been working through this. As many of you have reported, we've had tips into Tennessee, West Virginia, Ohio. There is literally a nationwide area that we've been working over to locate Littleton, and there still remains work to be done in examining a lot of that area to ensure that we've got all the information we need to advance our prosecution. I'll take one more question, ma'am.
Any indication how fresh the blood was?
No, ma'am. Thank you.